Dear students, today I will discuss about the electric field due to a line charge. Electric field due to a line charge and its expression by using Gauss theorem. So by using Gauss theorem we will find the electric field due to a line charge. So we take a line charge say along y dash, positive charge taken. So to apply Gauss theorem we need a Gaussian surface. So we take a cylindrical Gaussian surface whose axis will be this. This is the cylindrical Gaussian surface. This is the Gaussian surface. Gaussian surface means the surface which is used to use the Gauss theorem. Now, say its length is L. Gaussian surface का length. And we have divide this into three parts: part 1, part 2, part 3. That means कि a cylinder has three parts. One is curved surface, other is two plane surface, upper part, lower part, plane surface. This is the curved surface. And from the center of the cylinder we take a point P, and here we take elementary area ds. So ds vector will be in this direction, and electric field is also in this direction. Symmetrical, cylindrical symmetry. We take another surface, say here elementary portion ds. So ds vector will be perpendicular to the surface. So this is the ds vector, and electric field is in the same direction. This. Here also we have taken a portion ds, elementary portion. So electric field will be area vector will be in this direction, and electric field is in this direction. So our aim is to find electric field at point P. So this distance is r. This is the line charge, and due to this line charge, what is the electric field at point P? And to do so, according to Gauss theorem, what we will get? What we will get? Integration closed surface E dot ds q by epsilon naught. Suppose the charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface is q. Up to this portion charge is q. Now it divide this into three parts: part 1, part 2, part 3. So integration for part 1 E dot ds, for part 2 E dot ds, for part 3 E dot ds equal to q by epsilon naught. Now you see here this is closed, but here this symbol is not written, because you see, when you will take curved surface, this is not closed, upper part, lower part, we are not taking this. When you will take the upper part, this is also not closed, so these are not closed, due to which we have taken only integration symbol. Now in surface 1, what is the angle between E vector and ds vector? 0 degree. So this is integration E ds cos 0 degree. Second part, angle between these two is 90 degree. So E ds cos 90 degree. Third part also देखो, you see 90 degree. E ds cos 90 degree equal to q by epsilon naught. Now cos 0 is 1. Cos 0 is 1. So E is constant, part 1 ds plus cos 90 is 0. So 0, this is also 0, equal to what is? If linear charge density is lambda, if linear charge density is lambda, then lambda equal to q by L. So q equal to lambda L, lambda L by epsilon naught. What is lambda? Linear charge density. Linear charge density, charge per unit length. So what we are getting? E, and this is the curved surface area. Curved surface area is formula 2 pi RH. 2 pi RH. Here H means L. So into 2 pi RL equal to lambda L by epsilon naught. So what is E? E equal to lambda L by epsilon naught into 2 pi RL. LL cancel, so it becomes lambda by 2 pi epsilon, 2 pi epsilon naught R. This is the expression for electric field due to a line charge at point P, and we have derived this by using the Gauss theorem. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught lambda by R. First we have taken a line charge, then we have taken Gaussian surface, cylindrical Gaussian surface whose radius is R, axis is the line charge, and we have divide this cylinder Gaussian surface into 3 parts, part 1, part 2, part 3, and then use Gauss theorem, divide this in 3 parts, and we have got this, in this 2 0, and this one, and integration 2 pi R, integration curved surface area of cylinder is 2 pi R, 2 pi R H, 2 pi R H. Here H means L, so this. So here from here we are getting E equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon lambda by R. This is the expression for electric field due to a infinitely long line charge by using Gauss theorem. Okay, bye.